Hello again. Welcome back to my channel. This is Domas again, and for some reason I wanted to expand on my diagnosis that was given to me about 2 years ago, maybe even more, and I kind of never looked into it that deeply. But today I just listened to Dr. Todd Grande video on SchizoTypal Personality Disorder, and I wrote down some of the symptoms in which it entails, this diagnosis. So I wanted to share it with you because I felt like, I don't know, maybe you guys could give me some insight into what maybe you see these parts in me, maybe you don't. If you do and you want to let me know, please do. If you have some of these parts in yourself, please make note of that and let me know as well. Maybe we can have a chat about it, or we can connect through this diagnosis, or anything like that, anything that comes to your mind. But I wanted to read out each symptom and comment on it a little bit. So the first one is ideas of reference, and the way he described it was unusual connection between unrelated events. So the way I see it is like synchronicities, to me that's synchronicities, and that's an important part of, I don't know, of my life. So it always felt like, how are these things unconnected? Like if somebody walks by and they're wearing, as I said, number 6 t-shirt, and then somebody, it's not like that. It's not that obvious. It's more like subtle, So it's like connection between unrelated events. External event has special meaning to an individual, reminds them of something, or gives a message. So I get that constantly. So if you have 5, I think, of these 9 that I'm going to read out, then you must have schizotypal personality disorder. Number 2, odd beliefs or magical thinking, superstitions, telepathy, commitment to paranormal activity, control, thinking that you have control of other people's minds, or sometimes you're thinking that you shouldn't upset the ghosts by, I don't know, let's say saying number 3 times or something like that. Magical rituals, knocking on the door 5 times, and that's not to be mixed up with OCD, where there's counting ritual. This is more like a ritual, you know what I mean? And it's, of course, it's raining, and I'm sitting by the biggest river in Lithuania, Nemunas, and it's got some smoke over it, so I wanted to share that with you as well. So I definitely have odd beliefs sometimes. Like, I can't explain it, but it's like the thoughts come passing through my mind, they race through, and some of them stick. And now I'm more in control of this, as I realize that, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but sometimes, even believing in God, sometimes it could be, it can drag you in and hold you in there for so long. Like, you could get obsessive, So I don't know. Odd beliefs or magical thinking. Number 3, unusual perceptual experiences, like hearing someone whisper their name when they're not there, when nobody's there. Feels like someone is in the room with them. So when you feel like there's people that are sitting in the room, and it's different to, let's say, schizophrenia, when you see a delusion or somebody entering the room. This is like more of you sensing things and having unusual perceptions, which is interesting that a psychological diagnosis is talking about unusual perceptual experiences and paranormal activities. I don't know. I believe in all these things, so it's not unusual to me. Number 4, odd thinking or speech. This is a good one. New versions of the of the words or the verbs, or like you make a noun into a verb, or I think if that's the right way to put it, like coming up with new words basically, which is something that I tend to do extremely, or sometimes conversation can be really abstract, sometimes adding words which give no value to communication. So you think that you're going to use big words or something, and instead of adding to the conversation, it sort of subtracts from it, so it doesn't add. I don't know. I definitely tend to do that. So that's 4 out of 4. But I don't know. Like I'm seeing different things. Like even now I'm looking at what I wrote down, and I'm looking at the word suspiciousness. But as I'm looking at the word suspiciousness, 4 lines down, and like let's say the line number 4, 5, 6, and 7, they form those 4 lines form, so throughout four of them there's a sort of a hook that I can see that forms from different separate letters, from letter Y, letter J, letter P, R, I in one, and then CT in the 4. And you can't see them as you're looking at them, but as you're looking at the word suspiciousness, and 4 lines down, not even looking at the lines, but just, you know what I mean? Maybe not. Anyway, number 5, suspiciousness or paranoid ideation, like thinking that somebody's cheating on you or somebody's following you, or maybe you have special significance because you understand where the ghosts are hiding. I love this one. Like you have some secret knowledge and people are following you because of that secret knowledge, like the CIA or something like that is following you. I don't go to these extents, but sometimes I do feel like somebody is watching, or somebody is judging, or somebody is, but I guess that's a lot of us, but I don't know, it tends to intensify. Number 6, inappropriate or constricted affect, eye contact, blank stare, expression of emotions, laughing where it is not funny, not reacting to a sad story, no connection to a story, problems when interpreting social cues, reactivity, flow of conversation, socially awkward seemingly due to decreased activity. I just wrote these down for myself so I would remember what I'm talking about. Like, I do tend to laugh at things sometimes when it's not really funny, but not in a conversation. More in a conversation, I tend to just listen, and I'm giving my attention, so the person feels like he's being listened to, and not like, that me reacting is more important. Like, oh, wow, oh, no, oh, damn, like, that would be fake out of me, I think. It's more important that I was attentive for me. Or eye contact. Yeah, I can stare people down sometimes, that's for sure. Or not look into their eyes at all. And there's definitely times when I'm looking at people, and definitely times when I'm not looking at them at all. Like if I want to impress somebody, I'm staring them down like crazy. And it's not good, it's not impressive, it's probably scary. Number 7, behavior or appearance that's odd, peculiar, or eccentric. Same color clothes all the time, any combination, always heavy coat, many layers of clothing, 7 purses, like a fashion statement, connection to other symptoms. Yeah, I think some of these symptoms are definitely connected because they're sort of intertwined, I feel. It's starting to rain, so I'm going to read out the other two, and then I think I'm going to finish. Yeah, lack of close friends. If they do, it's their first degree relatives. This is self-explanatory, which is definitely true to me. Oh, and in terms of clothing, like, you always see me wearing the same stuff. Like, I don't ever change my clothes if it's not necessary. And I don't think it's good or not good. I just do it like that all the time. Sometimes I stare you guys down as I'm staring at the camera. Number 9, last one, excessive social anxiety because of paranoid fears. Anxiety over time doesn't diminish. Anxious in social situations. Over time, anxiety doesn't diminish again because they're worried of what people might do. It's not like exposure therapy. It only gets worse. And it's true. I think I had, before I was like super social, 11, super social, but I would go out of my way and drink in order to be social. And it wouldn't help. It wouldn't help. I was more weird, more awkward. It's different when it's work. I can deal with it because it's work. But if it's like, if I need to be social, damn, it's really difficult. It's really difficult, actually. That this one is, and it keeps getting worse. And I think that's why I came back to Lithuania, because there's my close relatives here, and my close relatives come back here. So it's like a point where everybody meets. So I can meet my close friends, and I can, sort of be close without being close, So for all those that think I'm antisocial or don't want to see you or I'm angry at you, it's not that. It's truly like I wish I was enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Like, even if I go to the gym, it's not even social, but I don't want to go there, not because I don't want to exercise. I do want to exercise, but this whole situation is awkward, and it's these little things that get in the way. It's not that I'm gonna stop doing something, Your diagnosis is not you, but it definitely affects. It definitely affects me, and yeah, it's not so but there are sometimes there's like meltdowns and shit. It's like, where you're just like, fuck, I gotta get the fuck away from everybody, like, and yeah, that's what it is. Totally, almost all 9 of them just suit me very well. So anyway, hope you guys find this enjoyable, or maybe if you found something that you can relate to, let me know. Subscribe, like, share, do whatever you feel is necessary. And yeah, I love you all. Sending you a big hug, big schizotypal hug. I still got love for people. Like, don't get me wrong, I got love for people, but in very small, intense amounts. But still love. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.